Hello good people of YouTube, how are you? Yes, I'm back. It is me, SNEStastic, aka Pete. How you doing? It's been a while since I made a video. I don't know if you noticed, but I've been away. Yeah, my last video was my Nintendo video for E3 back in June. So it's been, what, a month and a half? Maybe nearly 2 months, I don't know. It's been a while since my last video. I haven't been as active as I have been in the last 3 months, and I do apologise to all my subscribers for not posting regular videos because, you know, without you guys the channel doesn't carry on, so I really do appreciate everybody that's subscribed to my channel. And of course I want to say thank you to every new subscriber I've received while I've been away. I have been around, I have been commenting on videos and watching people's videos of course, but in terms of my own content, I haven't had the opportunity to make any new videos until now. But yeah, I am coming back now properly, thank God. I must admit, like a lot of people that I watch, I did for a moment kind of lose the motivation a little bit, and that's mainly I think because the longer you're off YouTube and you're not making videos, the more of that happens. You tend to just think, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, and then it becomes, oh, I'll do it next week, and then eventually you lose that momentum, and you need to really just keep making videos, I think, because if you make a video, even if you only make one video a week, it keeps you in the loop, and you know, it keeps you ready. So I think it's a good thing to do, because I've seen a lot of the people that I really enjoy watching aren't putting up videos very often at all these days, and it's a real shame. But you know, we all have our own reasons. You know, as we all say on YouTube, life comes before YouTube. YouTube never comes before life. You know. But anyway, the reason for this video is basically just to say hello, I'm back. Hope you're all doing well. You know, let me know who you are down below in the comments. You know, say hello. And this is going to be a fairly long video because over the past 3 months, I've obviously I've bought quite a bit of stuff. Let's put it that way. Obviously, if you've seen my previous videos, if you're new to my channel, you may have seen my deflated video where I'd pretty much given up and I was just so down and just didn't care anymore. Obviously, the Super Nintendo collection is still there. I was never going to get rid of that. I did sell off a large chunk of my collection. I got rid of my Xbox collection. That went all my PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 stuff, my Dreamcast, my Amiga, what else was there? Just pretty much, your Game Boy Advance, which was a couple of games in the machine. Just pretty much a lot of my collection went. I just sold it all in one massive bundle. And I have to say I've not regretted any of it. It was a good decision at the time. It was the right decision for me, and I don't regret it one little bit. I haven't once thought about buying an Xbox back again, which is unusual for me because I usually do as soon as I sell them. So I'm very glad that hasn't happened, and I'm in a much happier place now in terms of life and in terms of where I want this collection to go and how I want to be as a collector. You know, I'm a lot happier in the way I'm doing things now, and I'm not putting barriers in the way. Like I'm not putting like lists in the way. I do have lists, but I don't have a list that is like, oh my god, I have to buy all these games and I have to get them now before they go up in price and all the idiots on eBay overcharge and I can't afford them. I just buy them when I want. I just use the list as a guide, just so that I don't really, I'm not going to say never because I always do, but generally I don't get sidetracked and start buying stuff I don't want. I have bought a lot of stuff in the last 3 months, I will say that. I've bought a lot of games and I've bought some new systems as well. So obviously you can all have a good laugh about that because I sold a load of stuff and bought a load of stuff back. Thinking about it, I've only re-bought a couple of systems, and the other systems are systems I've not had for a long time, so that'll count, that'll do. So yeah, anyway guys, I'm trying to think how I'm going to schedule this video, which is the best way to go about doing it. I've got a lot of stuff, I've got a lot of games to show you, I've got a lot of consoles to show you, I've also got some non-gaming stuff I want to talk about as well. So I think the best thing to do first of all is to start with hardware, because that's always a good place to start. And I will now show you what systems I've picked up in the last 3 months. Okay guys, so here we go. These are the new systems I've picked up recently. So first one is, as you can see, a Super Famicom. I've picked up 2 of these. They're really cheap. I actually finally got a good deal. Been trying to get Super Famicom for absolutely ages, but basically people are just charging way too much for a loose console, and with shipping as well. I was just like, no, I'm going to wait. Plus there's a lot of yellow ones as well, and it really put me off buying one. So when I eventually saw this one, I was really happy. I did get another one, which I'll show you later in the video. Both really cheap. The other one that I got was about £16, and the one in front of you was about 13. So much better pricing. Really happy, and as you can see, it's in absolutely spanking condition as well. It's lovely. So next one along, as you can see, is a Atari Jaguar, and I can hear people groaning, going, "Oh, not again!" Yeah, I know. I just can't help myself. I love the Jaguar. I don't know what it is about this system, but look at it. It just looks so damn cool. I mean, it's just mental. The design is such a nice design. I love it, from the consoles, the cartridge, everything. It's just the control of the box for the machine, the packaging for the games. Everything's really sweet about it. And it's got a few nice little games on it. So yeah, I don't know. The Jaguar just pulls me in every time. So I thought I'd get one, and I'm going to leave it in the collection. And I'm really happy that I have one. Next one up is a really great purchase. I'm very glad to have this now. Finally, the PC Engine. Oh yes, the daddy. Look how bloody tiny it is as well. It's so small, it's ridiculous. Actually, it's lovely and white as well. Really nice. The guy I bought this from, basically, he imports the machines, and they're generally dirty and yellow, and he cleans them up with his stuff he's got. And it's not retro bright either. I can't remember what it was called. Dr. something he gets from America. I can't remember what it's called now, but he cleans it with that. And then at the back there, if you see that cable to the right hand side, that's the RGB SCART cable that's hardwired into the machine. So there's been a professional RGB mod done on it. It's gorgeous. I absolutely love the PC Engine. Very glad to pick that up finally. Okay, next one. Japanese Sega Saturn, white. You can see that. It's in lovely shape. I do like the Saturn. Apparently this is a Model 2 from what I understand. I really like the shape of the machine. I mean, it's a beast. It's so bloody huge. But I really like the design of that. It looks really nice. Lovely lines. I love the weird thing to say, but I love the control ports. They've just got a really nice look to them, nice shape. Yeah, and the white one's a cracking system. The one I really want is the skeleton, but that's going to take a while because that's a bit pricey. But I will get one eventually because it's awesome. And the last one I picked up is one that I've had a million times before, the Dreamcast. You've got to have a Dreamcast in the games collection, it's just wrong otherwise. Yeah, I know, I bought it again. I really just need to stop buying it now and just buy the games I want and leave it at that. But I will do that now. I just sat there and I thought, you know what, I've got to have a Dreamcast in my collection, it's just not right. There's just too many good arcade games on this machine that, you know, I need to play every now and again. I want to play House of the Dead, Crazy Taxi, a bit of Power Stone, some Soul Calibur. You know, I want to play the classics, and they're just easy when you really don't want something too in depth. And you don't want to sit there for hours. You just want something you can pick up and play for half an hour and have fun with. And that's why I love the Dreamcast. It's a great system. And finally, the last one I picked up recently, which only came a couple of days ago, is this little beauty, a ceramic white PlayStation 2. Slimline model with the white controller, and this one here is an American machine. I got this imported off eBay. It's absolutely pristine. There's not a single scratch on it. It's beautiful. I love this. It's a loose console. Couldn't find a box one. They're all loose, the ones I saw, and quite frankly I don't even want to know how much people would charge for a box one, but I absolutely love this. It's beautiful. Now, the reason I obviously bought a US one this time, I bought millions of PS2s like the Dreamcast. I bought and sold it so many times. The reason I bought that one is because I've read so many times online how the 60Hz PS2 is better than the 50Hz PAL one. And I didn't realise that last generation it would actually make any difference whatsoever. Because I know a fair few games have 60Hz mode over here. Of course, there are a good amount that don't have 60Hz mode. And I keep reading how Tekken Tag is apparently a lot better on the American machine. And I thought, what the hell, I'm going to buy an American machine. Now, I've got a Slimline, because as you can see at the back there is the power brick. And with the Slimlines, they have a universal power brick. So basically, you have these one end which goes into the PlayStation, and the other end is just an input for a plug. So wherever you are in the world, you just put your plug in there, and it works. So no need for a step down. So absolutely brilliant. So I got it hooked up with a official Sony PlayStation 3 component cable as well to my TV, and it looks absolutely glorious, and it's really nice, and the games I've played so far are really impressive. I can't actually see any noticeable difference, and to be quite honest, unless I had a side-by-side with a UK PlayStation 2, I don't know if I would, but they seem pretty damn smooth. I'm quite impressed. So yeah, got another PS2, I know. It's really weird actually, because being the Xbox fanboy that I am, ended up with a PS2 at the end of all this back and forth. Kind of weird, really. It's really strange, but I'm glad I have, because the white model is gorgeous. This is down to TG Apelias as well, because he picked one up a while ago, and I just thought, man, that looks so nice. And as far as I'm aware, you can't buy these in the UK. As far as I'm aware, this is US and I think Japanese only, as far as I'm aware. If I'm wrong, fair enough, correct me, but I'm sure someone will. But yeah, anyway, yeah, it's absolutely stunning. I really like it a lot. And it's very light as well. There's no weight in it at all. It's very strange. It's extremely light, cracking thing. And I'm sure you've noticed, just out of interest, if anyone gives a shit, we have there a DVD player / VCR. Just something we picked up at the car bit a while ago for a tenner. Yeah. Anyway, guys, so those are the consoles I bought recently. Right, guys, so there you go. So those are the systems I've picked up in the last 3 months. As you can see, I've picked up a few systems, and mainly because a couple of them I got some really good deals on, and I couldn't pass up the option of buying them at the time. And they were systems that were really something I wanted for a long time, and it kept playing on my mind that I wanted to pick them up. So I did. The PC Engine in particular, I'm very glad I picked that up. I kept thinking about buying a PC Engine for a long time. I had one back in around 2003, 2004, possibly 2005, I don't recollect exactly when, but it was back when I first started to collect. And I played it a little bit. I think I played R-Type and Vigilante, and that was it. And I liked it, but I didn't really give it the time of day, because like a lot of people, when you start collecting, I've said it many a time, I just went and bought every system I could get my hands on, and so a lot of systems got neglected, including the Neo Geo. I had an AES, a CD and a CDZ, and none of them really got any play, so I ended up selling them on along with a PC Engine. Now I've got a PC Engine back, I've got to say it's absolutely fantastic, and a lot of it is Lawn Boy's post fault, so Dave, you're to blame for this one, as you know. Dave keeps posting PC Engine videos, and eventually I just caved in, because he kept saying, go on, you know you want to buy one, just go and buy one. So I did, and I'm glad I did, because it's absolutely brilliant. Don't have a lot of games for it, and I'll show you what those are in a minute. I've only got a couple at the moment. I've got a couple in the post coming as well, which is excellent. Can't wait till they arrive. But yeah, it's a really, really cool system. I've got the RGB mod as well, which is absolutely stellar. I can't wait to do some gameplays and show you how good the RGB mod is. The guy that did them, he stopped selling them now, unfortunately. But my God, I mean, the system themselves, the way, as I said in the video, the way he's cleaned it up, very impressive. It looks really nice. And the RGB mod he had was done by a professional engineer, and the quality is superb. I mean, really crisp. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing some gameplays and showing you that one. Other than that, the Sega Saturn was an interesting one, because I've had a Japanese Saturn back when I first started collecting. I picked up the grey Saturn. Didn't really give it much of an opportunity. Like I say, a lot of the systems, other than the Super Nintendo, or at the time it was the Super Famicom, didn't really pay much attention. I was playing mostly Super Famicom and Japanese Mega Drive, and I was just dabbling with everything else. I was just picking up whatever I could find. So a lot of the systems, I picked them up, tried them, was like, no, they're alright, and sold them on. Now I've got a Sega Saturn, Japanese Sega Saturn, I'm really loving it, and I got such a good deal on that as well. The system did come boxed, by the way, and just to show you, obviously that's the box, I'm sure everyone's seen that before. I got the box system. It came with 5 UK games, which I've just sold on eBay, so I don't want those. I want to keep it strictly Japanese, unless of course there are some UK or American exclusives. Of course, I will get those. It came with one of these as well, which is excellent, a boxed 4 meg action replay, which is for you, as far as I'm aware, it's for just for plain imports, and also some games do require the 4 meg upgrade, so that was excellent. Yeah, and when I got it, the guy said to me, I saw the advert on eBay, the auction. It had a really one-line description. It wasn't very good. It wasn't very clear at all. And I spoke to the guy in PMs and that. Really nice bloke he was, really sound. I had a good chat with him. And basically he'd written it when he was hungover, so that's why it wasn't too good. But yeah, he told me that the only problem with the machine was that the hinge on the lid, there's a problem with that. Which when you press the button and eject it, it doesn't come up smoothly, it just goes and makes a funny noise. So I think the spring's gone on it, so if anyone knows how to fix that, if you know where you can get a spring from or how you do it, let me know, because it's not a major thing, but I'd like to get it done if I can. But yeah, I got the system boxed, 5 games in really nice condition, 1 controller, and the 4 meg action replay as well. £50 buy now. and I couldn't believe my luck. When I saw it, I thought, I've just got to buy it, I've just got to have that. At the time when I bought it, the cheapest Japanese machine on eBay, in the UK, sorry, not outside of the UK, was Game Sensei, I think they're called, and it was yellow, and it was boxed, and it was the white one, and they wanted £100 plus shipping. And I was like, what? So that was just the machine. I got the machine, the 4 meg cart, and the 5 games for £50, which was absolutely fantastic. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm having that. Now, something really weird happened when I got the system, and I've talked to a couple of people on the internet, including Craig is here again, top bloke, because I was confused and I didn't understand what the hell was going on. When I got the machine, I had the UK games, put the 4 meg cart in, all 5 games loaded perfectly, no problem at all. Now, before the machine arrived, I ordered the game for the machine, which I'll show you in a minute when I do the games. When the game arrived, I put it in the machine, Japanese game, sorry, by the way, just so I'd make sure it can run Japanese titles okay. It wouldn't play the Japanese game. It just went straight to the CD player. So I was like, well, what's wrong with this? Why is it not playing? This is a bit odd. So I reset the machine, put the 4 meg cartridge in. It worked, it loaded the game. So I was like, well, that's odd, because the case doesn't show any symbols that indicate it needs 4 meg upgrade. I went online, had a look in some forums, looked at lists of games that need the 4 meg, and this game is not in the list. So I was like, well, that's really strange, I don't understand that. So anyway, I didn't plan it for 2 days, came back, put the game in again, with the 4 meg cartridge in, and it went to the CD player, wouldn't load the game. So I was like, oh, for Christ's sake. So I tested the UK games again, they all worked perfectly, took the 4 meg cart out, put the Japanese game in, didn't work again. I was like, it just would not load, and I was like, I don't understand this, why is it playing UK games and not Japanese games? Then I started thinking, is the machine internally modified in any way? Has it got a chip or something that's like, I don't even know if it's possible, but maybe it's like the Japanese Mega Drive, they've modified it so it only recognises English games or something, I don't know. So I spoke to the seller, which was actually Game Sensei. They were saying, obviously, we tested the game's fine, but you know, give it another shot, get another Japanese game if you can, and try that just to make sure it's not it's the game and not the machine. So one of the games, the UK games that came with it, I'd never heard of, and I played it and I absolutely loved it. It was brilliant. And I found a Japanese copy really cheap on eBay UK, which I'll show you in a minute. Bought that, banged it in, same again, wouldn't load. Then it loaded with the 4 meg cart, and then it wouldn't load at all. So I was like, I don't understand this. I was completely confused. It was playing the UK games, no problem at all. It was just intermittent and sometimes just not working at all with the Japanese titles. I was like, oh, for Christ's sake. And I was just sitting there one night watching TV, and I thought, there's no way in hell this is going to actually work. But what if I clean the lens? And I didn't think it would work, because obviously, if it's playing the PAL games, then the lens is okay and it's reading discs. I got some rubbing alcohol, give the old lens a bit of a clean, popped in me Japanese games, perfect, loads every time now, never had a problem. So if anyone understands why the hell that happened, please explain it to me, because I was so confused. But yeah, I've got a working Japanese Saturn and I love it, it's brilliant. Other than that, the other systems I showed you, I've got the boxes for those as well. So I've got, let's have a look, got the Dreamcast box. Yeah, I know I keep buying the Dreamcast. I'm not going to sell this one. I'm determined not to. I'm going to keep it because I love this system. It's brilliant. It also came with a box controller as well, which is there. And it came with 8 games, which were in varied condition due to the boxes being broken and things. They were crap games. None of them were interesting to me at all. So I sold all of those on eBay just to get rid of them. I just let them go cheap. Also got my Atari Jaguar box as well, and you can see there it's an American Atari Jaguar. I deliberately sought out the American one so that I can buy American games and have 60Hz because it's the best way to go. And I love this box. This is one of my favourite game boxes. I think the design is so cool. You can argue that Atari paid far too much attention to the design of the console, the packaging for the games in the console as well. But you know, it's still a cool system. You know, alright, it hasn't got that many great games, but there's just something about the Jaguar that I really enjoy. I don't know why, but I can't not have one in my collection, so I'm keeping this one. It's staying this time. Plus they're getting bloody expensive as well for some reason. The other thing I got as well, I think I mentioned in the video as well, the Super Famicom I picked up. I bought 2 of those. The first one I got was this one. Both really cheap, which was nice. In great shape, not yellow or anything. Absolutely excellent. The only problem is it's got, I don't know if you'll see, it's got a bit of pink gunk there. Looks like chewing gum or something. I'm not too sure what it isn't chewing gum because it won't come off, but bit of a pain in the arse. And yeah, and the pin connector is absolutely horrendous. It's all green and manky, but it works. That's the main thing. That's why I'm using the other one down there, because it's in far superior condition. And the only other thing I've got, which I didn't show when I was showing the consoles, was an extra console, and that is this one here. Another PS2 Slim, also from America, the black one of course. It doesn't come with a controller, but I got it really cheap, so that's why I went for it, because I wanted to get a backup system, because the ceramic white one is the main one I wanted, which I absolutely love. It's beautiful, brilliant system. But I was looking at, when I went to buy the ceramic white one, I emailed the seller first of all to see if he would ship it to the UK, and it took him till the following day. So while I was waiting, I was looking at other systems, and I found this one going cheap. Emailed the seller, he come straight back to me, said, yeah, I'll send it to you, no problem. We sorted out the shipping. Shipping was so cheap and all. I couldn't believe it, the shipping rate. He wasn't sure what to charge me, and I said to him, well, from what I can see on American eBay, most people seem to be charging like $20. Bit of a white lie in a way, because it was $20 for a loose system, not a box system. So this would probably cost about $25, $30, I would think, with the weight. I don't know, I'm just guessing, just pulling numbers out my arse there, but hey. He said to me that eBay recommended it be $15, and he can only charge me $15 to ship this. And I forgot to check the shipping manifest when it came in to see if it was, but I mean, that's brilliant. Yeah, it's in really nice condition, really clean, absolutely excellent, so I'm really happy with that. And the price for this, guys, I got this on a buy now, and this was $35. So, hasn't got the controller, which is a pain in the arse, but it's no big deal. You can get a brand new controller for about, I think last time I checked, it was about £12, £13, brand new sealed. So I can just buy a new controller and stick it in the box if I need to. But at the moment, it doesn't matter because I've got the controller for the ceramic white one. Right, so I'll just put those back down there. So that's all the systems I picked up recently. Now, I'll get onto the other stuff, the games, and the non-gaming related stuff as well. I think I'll leave the non-gaming related stuff till last. Okay, so first up, what we're going to start with. Well, we'll start with the PC Engine, because it's just an awesome system and I love it. When I got the system, I wasn't sure about games that I wanted to buy. There were certain titles I wanted. In particular, Ninja Spirit is one I want, but it's bloody expensive for some reason. I don't know why, but people on eBay are really charging high prices for that, which is a real shame. I did consider going HuCard only, because I saw a guy on YouTube, some random video I found, where he got like a baseball card binder with the HuCards in, and I thought that looked really nice, a really nice way to store them. But me being me, I found it hard to do that, and there wasn't a lot, when I checked the prices, there wasn't much difference between a loose card and a boxed game. So I just went, screw it. I got 2 loose games to start with, just to test the machine out, see what it was like. I'm now buying box games from now on. But the first 2 games I picked up, first one is Dragon Spirit, and the other one is Armed F, which is absolutely terrible condition, but it's all yellow. Dragon Spirit, I love this game, it's brilliant. It's a shooter where you play as a dragon, and it's absolutely fantastic. Vertical scrolling, not the kind of shooter that I enjoy, I prefer horizontal, but it plays really well, and it's not too difficult either. It's quite challenging, but not overly difficult. Really fun game, looks great. The soundtrack on stage 1 in particular, I absolutely love it, it's brilliant. When you listen to it through headphones as well, oh man, it's superb. Nice graphics as well. It does sound a lot like a Mega Drive game to me with the sound effects though. It's really weird, it sounds very Mega Drive-y. I watched Dave Webster play it the other night, and it's just like, yeah, it's quality. And thank you, Dave, as well, because I didn't know there was a sequel called Dragon Saber, which I saw Mark Verheer post a video for, so I'm definitely going to pick that one up. That looks brilliant. The other one as well, the Armed F game, is another vertical shooter, really colourful and bright, but damn, it's hard. I don't think I've got past stage 1 boss yet. It's rock solid. I'm not a very good player of shoot 'em ups anyway, especially when they're vertical. But yeah, quality title, very impressive. I'll probably just do gameplays. I know Dave's done Dragon Spirit and obviously Mark's done Dragon Saber, but screw it, I'm going to do my own gameplay. So I've got those, and then the first box game I picked up is a PC Engine Essential, which I think everyone will buy, which is obviously going to be R-Type, Parts 1, Part 2. I'm an absolute R-Type fanatic, I love the game, it's brilliant. PC Engine as a kid was considered to be the best version from what I can remember, and it really is an impressive port. It looks gorgeous and it plays so well. The music's great on it. I was watching Dave Lawnboy doing it the other day, and I was like, yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on that. Really glad to have that one. Do have to say, I started playing the game. I was playing through the first level and the second level, thinking in my head, it's a bit easy this. The Master System's harder. Oh no, it's not, because I got to stage 3 with the ship and I can't get around the ship. Every time I get to the bottom right hand corner, I try to come around the back, and like usually what I do is like fire my orb off and let it come back and join the back of my ship and then fly up and shoot all those things on the side of the ship. I can't do it. Every time I try and do it, I get trapped and get crushed into the ground. Oh, it's so annoying. It's so incredibly difficult. I mean, on the Master System, I can get to stage 4 and I can't do it because stage 4 is rock. There's just too much going on and I can't keep up. It's too erratic. So I think if it gets to stage 4 on the R-Type PC Engine version, I'll be screwed. Yeah, the thing that also just lost my train of thought. That's so annoying when that happens. What the hell was I going to say then? Oh, that is so annoying. You're just about to go say something and then it just goes straight out my head. Oh, well, it doesn't matter anyway. But yeah, anyway, it's an absolute... Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. PC Engine R-Type. The only thing about it, because it's on 2 cards as well, you can cheat and jump ahead by using card 2, which I did try and do, but oh my god, it gets hard. I was like, screw this, I'm going back to the first one. Quality game though. I got a couple of games coming for the PC Engine as well. I'm just trying to think what I've ordered. One of them is Dragon Spirit. I've just ordered a box copy because I saw it cheap, so I picked that up. So there you go. Next, we'll do Saturn. So the first game I picked up for the Saturn, Japanese, was let me get this right. It's Shin Shinobi Den. So I think it's Shinobi Legends or Shinobi Legions. I can't remember. Basically, you've got a digitised Shinobi dude, and it's just a typical Shinobi game. Really nice, actually. I was quite impressed. I've always wanted to play this game. It's the one game that's really interested me with the Saturn as well. And I must admit, it's a lot of fun. It looks really nice. The digitised characters look a bit dodgy, but the actual environments look really nice level design, nice music. Yeah, it plays really well. It's just a typical Shinobi game. It reminds me a lot of Shinobi 3, that kind of style, which I really like, so that's right on my street. The cutscenes I tend to skip because they're really piss poor acting and I just can't watch them. Next one I picked up was the Japanese version of the English game that came with the machine, which I'd never played, and I absolutely loved it when I played it, so I had to get a Japanese version. And it is called Exhumed, although the Japanese version is not called Exhumed. It's some Japanese text and it's got 1999. I don't know how you pronounce it. And this is basically a first-person shooter, old-school style, set in the Egyptian landscape. So it's like Doom, Quake, and it is brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic. The interesting thing with that one, because I know nothing about Japanese Saturn or Saturn in general, I got that for 10 quid by now, and it was the only one that I could find on eBay. I did, on the auction, it actually had all the different titles. I'm sure it's got a different title in England, Japan and America. And I searched for the Japanese name and I couldn't find another copy worldwide. And then I did a bit more searching. I think I searched for Exhumed Saturn worldwide, and then another one came up in Japan, and those were the only 2 copies, the one I've got and the Japanese one. I got that for £10. The seller was saying that it was super rare and all this, that and the other, and I was like, yeah, okay mate, whatever. Didn't believe him. I looked at the Japanese one, the guy wanted like 70 quid for it, and I was like, what? So I've got no idea if that game is actually rare, or if the Japanese guy's just taking the piss because he's the only person on there that's selling the copy, but don't know. Brilliant game though. Next one I picked up, I'm going to get slaughtered for this, but I actually personally love this game. Street Fighter the movie, or as it's called, Street Fighter Real Battle on Film. When I had my main cabinet, I used to play this a lot. I really enjoyed it because it's shit, but it's good. It's like one of them games that's so bad, it's just so much fun to play, and it makes me laugh, it's funny. And it's weird because you have all the standard Street Fighter moves. Yeah, Street Fighter moves. But they've like given the characters, the actors, their own moves as well. So you've got like Jean-Claude Van Damme fighting moves mixed in with Guile moves. It's just weird. But it looks pretty good on the Saturn actually. They did a nice translation, nice port. Quite impressed with that. And then the last one I've got is one that was given to me by a great YouTuber called Riddler on YouTube. Really appreciate this, mate. Thank you very much. He sent me a copy of Street Fighter Zero 2, which is absolutely superb. I mean, I had the PAL version when I had a PAL Saturn last time, and I enjoyed it. But the Japanese version, 60Hz full screen, it looks beautiful. And the music, man, the sound is so good on this game. It's absolutely awesome. So thank you very much, Ken. I really appreciate you doing that for me, mate. I am going to try and get Zero 3 at some point, but that's really expensive from what I've seen, so that's going to be a long time before I get that. But yeah, I'll definitely pick that up at some point. There's a few Saturn games I've got my eyes on that I'm interested in. and I'm still learning. Any suggestions, put them down below. As long as it's not an RPG or an RTS, let me know what you think. Right, okay, so, Christ, where are we going to go next? Yeah, okay. What we'll do next then, I've got so much stuff, I'm just getting lost. So we'll go to Dreamcast. I've only picked up a couple of games for that. So they're all pretty obvious and obligatory games. So the first one is Soul Calibur. I got this for £6, which was an absolutely excellent price because I've seen people asking double that, which is just stupid because you ain't going to get that for it. It's all complete. I won't open it because the cases are crap. It's in really nice condition. It's really minty mint. All the hinges are there. Everything's spot on. Disc is great. It's a classic. It's a brilliant game. You just have to have it. And I have to say, it's aged really well. I do think the Dreamcast is possibly, out of the 4 last-gen consoles, the Dreamcast has aged the best. I think the games look so good for their age. I mean, considering they come out in '99, the graphics and that, the environments and that are very sparse due to the technology limits, but the graphics look really, really good. Yeah, quite impressive system. Next one I got was this bad boy. The big box House of the Dead with the light gun. You're gonna have this. I can never seem to buy this game on its own. I always have to hunt this down and get the big box version because it's just so good. I just love it. It looks it's a nice, really nice display piece. The game is fantastic. It plays so well. Yeah, it's just a quality title. Then the last one I picked up recently, another fighting game, is Dead or Alive 2. I really like this game. I had this on PS2 when it first came out. But I really like the Dreamcast version. It's a nice port and it looks great, plays great, sounds great. It's a good title. I really like it. Yeah, Dead or Alive 2 and Dead or Alive 3 are probably my favourites. Really cool. I'm not too keen on the first one, and the fourth one is just stupidly hard. Right, okay, so that's those. I picked up one game for the Jaguar so far. I've actually bought 2 games, but the second game hasn't arrived. I was hoping it was going to come today so I could post a video with it in there, but unfortunately not. And it's the one game I bought the system for, the reason I really wanted to get the Jaguar back for. So I'm excited when that eventually arrives to play that. I really hope it comes tomorrow or something. It's been about 2 weeks, so it should be coming shortly. It's probably stuck in customs now, my luck, so I think I'm going to get taxed on it, which is a pain in the arse, but hey. So the first one I got, if you know me and you know what games I like on the Jaguar, you know what this is going to be. It's Doom. You can't have a Jaguar without Doom. Fantastic port, really, really good. I still don't understand why there's no music in the game. There's music in the in-between level sections when you complete a level, but the actual game, no music. Really weird, don't understand it, because it would have been absolutely fantastic if it had that. Controls well. I'm having difficulty getting used to the D-pad again. I never used to have this problem, but I'm finding the D-pad's a bit slippy when you're playing Doom. You tend to slide around a lot, but I'll get there eventually. I eventually worked out my button layout the way I wanted it, and it's a lot better. I can strafe and shoot and run a lot better now. But it is a great game. And as I say about the Jaguar packaging, I mean, I just love Jaguar boxes. I know TG Appalaise was talking about it a while ago, and he was showing his copy of Doom, but they do look great. They're really nice designer boxes are. The artwork looks fantastic. I love the little screenshot down the bottom there. This is an American version as well. It's got the mature rating there. You've got the 4 screenshots on the back, the little blurb. It's really, really, really nice. They just go around the edges, why not? It's probably box protectors. They catch the sun and reflect. As you can see, you get a lot of glare, which is a bit of a pain in the arse, but hey. But yeah, quality title. Must have ready if you're going to buy a Jaguar. Next up, we'll do PS2 because I've only got a couple of games for that. I've got a game that I'm waiting to arrive as well, so I'll show that in a future video. But the first couple I picked up, all pretty essential stuff that I really enjoy, and every time I buy a PS2 I pick these up. So the first one I got is Time Crisis 2, because I can't have a PlayStation 2 without Time Crisis 2. It's just a fantastic port, one of my favourite arcade games, so I had to have that. Next one is another essential, which I can't have a PS2 without, and that's Smuggler's Run, and it is the greatest hits version. But me personally, I would never buy greatest hits normally, but I love the American PS2 greatest hits. I just love the red swish at the top there, and it goes around the edges, around the spine. It's fantastic. I just really like the way they did that design. I like the fact that unlike European games, they don't just cut all the artwork out and put a shitty board around it and make it small, because that looks crap. I love that. It's subtle and it looks nice. Brilliant, brilliant games. It only cost me a £5, so I was well happy with that. Excellent game. And the last one I got is one I'm playing at the moment, and I've played before, and this is my second playthrough now, A game that I've raved about on my channel before. I absolutely love this title. It needs to get more love, and it is Cold Winter. Absolutely fantastic first-person shooter. Such a great story. Really, really, really good narrative. You need to play this if you haven't. It's well worth it. It's dirt cheap now. If you've never played it, please go and try it and see what you think, because it's fantastic. If you like a good story, this is one for you. The controls are really good. The gameplay is pretty standard first-person shooter stuff. It's nothing amazing or original, but it serves a purpose. The main thing with this game is the story. It's so good. It takes a while to get going though, I'll say that. At the beginning you may think, oh, it's just generic first-person shooter storyline, but as it progresses it really opens up and it gets really, really good. One thing I do like about American PlayStation 2 games is the spine. And I know it's a bit weird, but I really like the way the text is laid out on the spines. It looks really nice. Weird and strange, I know, but I just happened to notice it when they were sitting on the shelf. And I really like it. I think it looks better than the UK games. But, yeah, whatever. Right, so that's those ones. Next one's up. Right, yeah, I've got a couple of DS games now. This is weird, I don't buy DS games. I don't do handheld gaming that much. I'm really, over the years I've realised I'm not a handheld gamer. This was basically, one of these was Owen's fault, Labosu77. He put up a pickup video recently and he showed off this game and he was raving about it, and well, not raving about it, he was saying it was a good game, and that Tino777 and another YouTuber I can't remember the name of had recommended it, and I thought, well, if Tino says it's good, then I know it's going to be worth me picking it up, because we have the same kind of tastes when it comes to this genre. And it is for the game of the movie, and it's really good, a really, really cool game. The only thing I'm finding with DS is the screen's too bloody small and it drives me crazy. It hurts my eyes trying to look at it, but it's a cracking scrolling beat 'em up. It's a really, really nice game, and it does a really cool thing with the two screens as well, where you can jump from the bottom screen up through the top screen. I really like that. It's nice. Yeah, really cool game. I got this sealed for about £6 on eBay, so it was worthwhile. Then I also picked up Aliens Infestation. Really nice little game. I like this one. I haven't put too much time into this yet. As I'm not a big handheld guy, so I only play them when I really feel the need to play them. I never really feel the urge that often to play them, so when I do, I make an effort. But yeah, that is a cool game. I don't know what kind of genre you call this. It's sort of like Metroid, from what I can see, where you have to run around back and forth, collecting keys and shit, shooting people and aliens. And it's really cool. It's got a nice little. It's all text-based narrative, no speech, unfortunately. So it's like that can wind me up. That's probably why I don't like RPGs as well, because I can't stand sitting there reading tons of text, just pressing the button, going, "Come on, let me get on with the game." It just doesn't do it for me at all. But the actual gameplay is really fun, and it looks really nice and all lovely graphics. Right, okay. What we'll do now, I've got some Super Nintendo stuff to show you, but I'm going to save that till last, because that's obviously that's what my channel is. It's mostly Super Nintendo. So we'll do some modern gaming first of all. I picked up some PS3 titles. I've been picking up PS3 titles that are really cheap now, because obviously the end of the generation's coming. The games have been dirt cheap on eBay for a long time anyway. You can get some really good games, brand new and sealed, for less than £10 now. It's amazing. And even if you push it to £20, you can still get some really good deals. So now is the time to really build the PS3 up, or your Xbox 360, whichever your console of choice is. But the first game I picked up is one that I had when it came out. Really enjoyed it. Never managed to finish it because I got stuck about halfway through it. I've managed to complete it this time, and I'm really glad I did, because it was so much fun. It is 50 Cent Blood on the Sand, and I'm sure there's a few of you going, "What?" This game is absolutely brilliant. Trust me, you really need to go and play this. Yeah, 50 Cent is a tit. There's no doubt about it, and he's just a comedy. He's just a comedy villain basically. You cannot take the man seriously. He's hilarious. The dialogue in this game will make you piss yourself laughing, because it is so bad. It's so dumb, and you just think, "Oh Jesus Christ, I can't believe you just said that." But it's such a fun game. It's basically a third-person shooter. Cover's a waste of time. You can take cover, but it don't really matter. And you just basically run around, just gunning everybody down, and it's brilliant. You just run from level to level, blowing shit up, shooting people loads and loads of people in the face, rocket launching helicopters. It's absolutely brilliant. If you want a really dumb, old-school action video game, go and play Blood on the Sand. It's cheap and it's fun and it's brilliant. And I played it all the way through. It's got a weird ending. It seemed a bit abrupt to me, but yeah, absolutely quality title and well worth the money. Next one I picked up was a game I had on the Xbox 360, but obviously I sold my Xbox 360 a while ago, so I wanted to get it back on the PS3. It's absolutely brilliant. It is Max Payne 3. When I spoke about this video previously, if you Google SNEStastic Max Payne 3, you'll see that my thoughts on this video, this game, sorry, when I first picked it up on the Xbox. Absolutely love it. I played through it again on the PlayStation 3 when I got it because I bought it sealed. Played through it, didn't skip any of the cutscenes from beginning to end, and it's just as brilliant as the first time I played through it. I love this game. Visuals are fantastic. The audio is superb. I absolutely adore the narration from the guy that does Max Payne's voice. The Max Payne narration in this game is just so on point. It's absolutely brilliant. It's so funny and so self-aware, and it's just excellent. I absolutely love this game. I will say it does niggle me in parts because the checkpoints are in really shitty positions, and you can, like, especially at the airport at the end, you can do a hell of a lot of the airport, get really far through it, and you've grinded all through all these dudes, and then you get shot in the face, and you have to go right the way back to the beginning and start again. And when you've done that 4 or 5 times, it can really make you want to throw that pad at the wall because it's frustrating as hell. I didn't find the favela section as difficult the second time through. On the Xbox, I got my arse handed to me a lot playing that bit. I couldn't do it. It took me a long time to get through the favelas. PS3, I think I failed maybe twice, and that was it. I didn't have any major problems. I think mainly because I remembered where the enemies were this time, so I knew what to look out for. But yeah, it's just such a good game, and the gunplay is superb. Rockstar have never been that good in my opinion on doing the gunplay and the cover system, but they really nailed it on Max Payne 3. It looks spectacular. And from the recent gameplay trailer from GTA 5 that I saw, they seem to have employed the Max Payne 3 mechanics for gunplay. So I'm really happy about that because it works so well. But yeah, if you've not played Max Payne 3, if you've been on the fence, just go and buy it. It's brilliant. It's one of the best games I've played this generation. Phenomenal title. It's just, yeah, it really is up there. It's quality. Next one I picked up was another game I used to have on the 360, and that is the fantastic Sleeping Dogs. Oh my god, this game is so good. I absolutely love it. When I first got this on Xbox, I can't remember what I said about it on my thoughts, so I haven't gone back and watched the video. I need to do that. I probably did rave about it at the time, but yeah, I have to say the second time through, I enjoyed it a lot more than I did the first time. I thought it was brilliant the first time, because it is essentially, without doubt, one of the best sandbox games I've ever played. It is so well polished, and it's just perfection. They've just basically taken everything that every sandbox game has done, and they've learnt from it, and they've combined everything into one game and just polished the shit out of it, and it's just so tight. The gameplay is perfect, the environment looks absolutely beautiful, the characterisation is fantastic. There's really, really good characters in this game. The story is really fun. I really, really enjoyed this game a lot. The hand-to-hand combat, while it annoyed the hell out of me on the Xbox the first time round, mainly because it's probably the first time playing the game and I was having difficulty getting used to it, this time round I really mastered it. And when you master it, man, it works so well. It flows brilliantly when you've got 4 or 5 enemies and you just nail it perfectly, and you're doing like counter moves, and you're just bashing people about. You can do like interactions with your environmental interactions. You can grab the heads, slam them into fans, or you can throw them into a fire, and it's just absolutely brilliant. Fantastic title. If you've never played Sleeping Dogs, please play it because you will not regret it. It's a quality title. The last one I picked up, I really can't get into. I've tried to play it, and I ain't feeling it at all. I can't get anywhere. It just annoys me, and that is Syndicate. I saw some gameplay on YouTube and I thought it looked good, so I thought I'd pick it up, and it was literally a couple of quid sealed. It was about £7 I think, something like that. And I've hardly got into it. I've probably done about an hour and a half. I just can't play it. It just annoys me so much. I find it so difficult to play. I found the aiming's off like Killzone 2. I just find it really difficult to get the aiming accurate, and I've tried altering the settings. I just can't get it. It just seems to be, it feels like you're just forcing the stick at incrementals. You can't, it's not loose like most first-person shooters. Like a good shooter like Call of Duty, where you only have to gently touch the stick and you can get pinpoint accuracy. Not on that one. It's like lead. It's just horrendous. And I just feel like the game's just beat me over the head, and I just don't like games like that. I want to have fun when I'm playing games. I don't want to just be screaming at the TV. So I had to stop playing it because it was just getting on my tits and my blood pressure was going through the roof. So that was that one. Right, okay, so the only games I've got left now are Super Nintendo, and I've got a few of those to show you. So before we get to those, I'm just going to show you a few non-gaming things for anyone that might be interested. These are going to be DVDs or Blu-rays that I've picked up. Just thought I'd show you, why not. So first thing I picked up a while ago was the Turtles trilogy on Blu-ray. Absolutely fantastic. This is brilliant. I had a real hankering to watch the movies again. I haven't watched the third one yet because I know the third one's really shite, and I'm really trying to build myself up to watch it because I know it's absolute terrible movie. The first one, I've got to say, is a brilliant film. I mean, I loved it when it first came out, but even after all these years, that film is so well made. It really does stand the test of time. I think the cinematography is fantastic. They did a really good job of the story because they made it mature. They didn't, even though it was aimed at children, because obviously that was the main audience for Turtles, they still didn't pander to kids and make it like really stupid and cartoony. They made it into a proper film, and it's got really good dialogue. The script is excellent. I thought the pacing's really well done. As I said, cinematography is beautiful. It looks really good. It's just a really quality film from beginning to end. It has aged exceptionally well, and I wouldn't have expected it to age as well as it has. But it's just a really, really fun movie. I watched the sequel, The Secret of the Ooze. I don't think it's that bad. It's nowhere near as good as the original. You can see it's on a steady decline after the first one, but it's an alright movie. It's just passable. I don't like the Turtles in the second one. I don't know what happened there. I don't think they're Jim Henson. I think they're somebody else. And you can tell because they look crap. If they are Jim Henson, then I apologise, but they don't look like Jim Henson puppets. I'm pretty sure it was Jim Henson puppets they used in the first one, or costumes. But their mouths look weird on the second one. They don't look right at all. They don't look like the Turtles. They look stupid. And from what I've seen of the third one, they look even. I watched the third one years ago on TV and it was crap. I mean, Christ, man. Even the picture of the Turtles on the third one looks diabolical. And this is an interesting thing. I didn't know this. Because I've been watching Cinemassacre quite a lot, which is the angry video game nerd, James Rolfe. I watched him doing a few videos. I went back through all his videos, watching them, and he had videos on the Turtle movies. And I didn't realise, apparently, because this is called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, Turtles in Time. And apparently that wasn't the original title, it was just Turtles 3. And they added Turtles in Time after the game came out, apparently. So there you go, there's a fun fact for you. But yeah, I'm going to watch the third one eventually, but I'm not really looking forward to it. But if you've not seen the Turtles film, ever, go and watch them. If you have seen them, and you've not watched them for years, please go and watch the first one, because you'll be surprised how well it's aged. It's a brilliant, brilliant film. Next one, what I did then, there's a show coming back next year, which I'm really, really happy about. Absolutely stoked this TV show is coming back, because I didn't know it was ever going to come back. I thought that was it was done. But no, 24 is coming back next year. I think it's for 2 12 episode seasons, or 1 12 episode season. I think it's 2. But yeah, it's been recommissioned. Very happy that that's coming back. I cannot wait to see where the story goes. Now, I only ever bought seasons 1 through 5. I never bought the last 3 seasons for some reason, which is a bit odd. I don't know why I never got around to them. I think because at the time I thought season 6 was alright, season 7 was shite, because the whole thing with Tony pissed me off and I didn't like it. And season 8 was a lot better, and they really went back up and left it on a high. So yeah, obviously I've bought season 6. I know what I've done. I've got season 6 on DVD, season 7 on Blu-ray. I have got season 8 on Blu-ray, but like a prat, I forgot to bring it upstairs with me. It's downstairs next to the TV because I'm just watching it. I've watched 6, I've watched 7. I'm 3 episodes away from the end of 8 at the moment. And I must admit, my opinion has changed since the time they were aired originally. I watched season 6, and at the time I wasn't that impressed. It was just an alright season. A lot better this time, and I watched it all the way through on DVD. I was quite impressed actually. It was a really solid season. Even season 7, as much as it pissed me off that Tony Almeida storyline, because Tony's my favourite character and I didn't appreciate him coming back, and I thought it was a big mistake at the time. But after watching the season and then watching the extras, and it was really interesting they had a special on there where they had all the writers, and they were talking about the writer's strike and how it affected season 7 and what the different changes in script they had and the reasons for bringing Tony back. And I found that really interesting. It actually made it make a lot more sense to me. So yeah, I enjoyed season 7 a lot more than I was expecting to. And season 8 is brilliant. I'm watching season 8 at the moment. As I say, I've got 3 episodes to go. Season 8 is fantastic. I'm really excited next year to see what they're going to do, how they're going to bring Jack back, because what the hell, I'm just going to spoil it. I mean, I'm sorry if you've not seen it, but you know, there you go. Basically, by the end of season 8, Jack's at his lowest of low. I mean, his life's just gone to shit, and he just can't take it anymore. So I'm really interested to see where they're going to take the story now, how they're going to evolve that. If you've never watched 24, you really have to, because it is without doubt one of the greatest TV shows ever made. It's fantastic. The other thing I bought as well was, this is still sealed because I'll be watching this next once I've finished 24, which will hopefully be tonight. And that is Supernatural Season 7. Now this is one that I'm interested in seeing because for me, season 7 is the weakest season that I've seen. Now, normally Supernatural, I'm a massive Supernatural fan, and I will never criticise the show because they always have excellent seasons. They rarely have bad episodes or bad seasons. This is the one season that for me didn't really hit the mark. The whole Leviathan, Dick Roman thing, I don't know, it just didn't work, I didn't think at the time. I'm hoping that when I watch it on Blu-ray all the way through, one after another, it's going to make it better, and I will actually enjoy it, and I will appreciate it more. Because something, as I say, with second viewings like 24, it can change your perspective. The first time round when I watched this when it was aired on TV, I didn't like it. I thought the whole Dick Roman thing was just boring, and I just thought, nah. I like it when it's Monster of the Week. That's how I like my Supernatural. With the undercurrent of the story of the brothers and Bobby and all of that, and that's really cool. But the Leviathan thing just seemed like pretty piss poor writing to me. But as I say, once I've watched it, I'm sure it'll improve and I'll enjoy it. And to be quite honest, compared to most shows, if you have a bad season of Supernatural, it ain't nowhere near as bad as a lot of shows out there. I mean, it's still quality material, still well acted, well shot, because those two are fantastic actors, and Jared and Jensen do an absolutely fantastic job. I'm a huge Supernatural fan, so I really find it difficult to criticise. But yeah, season 7 did not hit the mark for me. But hopefully I'll be able to come back on camera and say I watched it again and I loved it, so we'll see. Right, okay, so that's those. So now for the good stuff, the Super Nintendo. Right, so I have, first of all, I picked up a Super Famicom game. Now this one, I had it on Super Famicom maybe last year or the year before, I can't remember exactly. Got it really cheap, I was really chuffed at the time to get it cheap. And I enjoyed the game, it's great fun. It's not my favourite in the series, but it's a good game. I did sell it, and the reason I sold it was the intention was because got it in my head as I was going through my phase of like I've got to have this and this, and I've got to have it in this particular condition, etc. I'm not like that anymore, thank God. But I wanted to get this as an American copy to go with my American collection. But quite frankly, there's no way I'm ever going to get an American copy because people on eBay America are just being ridiculous. When I've watched auctions end and I've looked at completed listings, for a mint condition box copy, the correct price to pay at the moment would be $250 to $300, which is a shitload of money. I mean, that's a hell of a lot of money for a game that I like, but I don't love, and I would literally just be buying just to have it in the collection. And that's not right. I can't be paying that kind of money for that. But at the moment, people are being absolute idiots on eBay. You're getting people who are listing without the manual, without the game, just the box and the manual. You're getting people listing in absolutely diabolically damaged condition, and they want like $300 to $400, and it's like, no, it's not going to sell, you dickhead. Look at the completed listings, don't look at the buy now prices. Also consider the condition of your item that you're selling, you prick. Because at the end of the day, if it's battered, you ain't getting $300, you knobhead. You'll be lucky to get 100 for it. Use your brain. So it really pisses me off when sellers don't consider the condition of the item and don't look at the completed listings. At the end of the day, the only people that are buying these games are collectors, people who know about condition, know exactly what they want, they know what the games are worth, they're not stupid, they're not just going to go, oh, I'll just pay it, why not? I mean, you will get some people who will obviously just give up and just go, oh, screw it, and just pay the extra £100. I personally will never do that, no chance in hell. So yeah, anyway, that's it, I'm never buying an American copy, unless retro gaming becomes unpopular on eBay in like 10 years and you can get it for like £10 or something, then I'll buy it. So anyway, long story short, I got a Japanese copy for a really good price, the cheapest one on eBay, absolutely immaculate mint condition. I mean, it looks new, and it is Dracula X. It's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I got it from a great seller. The seller actually has stock photos, he never has a photograph of the actual game, which is always something I'm sceptical about. And I was watching this for months, literally months. It was sitting in my watch list because I was going back and forth whether I wanted to buy it or wanted to go and wait for an American version. In the end, I just gave up and went, screw this, buy a Japanese copy. Now he lists he grades his games A through to D, and he always lists his games as A. And I was like, yeah, right, we'll wait and see. So I bit the bullet. It wasn't a cheap game, but it was definitely the cheapest copy of that game on eBay. Bought it, it arrived, and I was like, holy shit. I mean, it was wrapped up in plastic anyway. It had been resealed, and it was immaculate, and I can't believe it. I was like, so chuffed. So yeah, really glad to have that. And it's a good game, it's really fun, but for me, Super Castlevania 4 is without doubt the best Super Nintendo Castlevania game. It annihilates that game in every way, shape and form. The fact that you can only whip in one direction just winds me up silly, I hate that. Another game I got, really cool YouTuber, old Craig is here again, top bloke that he is again. He sent me a game along, really funny, he was selling a load of games on eBay. I happened to send him an offer for this game on eBay, not knowing it was him, I had no idea. And he emailed me and said, have you just sent me an offer on this game? And I was like, oh shit, because I sent a really deliberately low offer in just to take the piss, to try it, try it on a bit and see how I get on. So I felt a bit awkward then, because I was like, oh shit, it's Craig. But but yeah, he's such a nice bloke. Obviously he didn't accept the offer because the offer was low. And he just said to me, I was talking back and forth, and he offered to send it out to me, and I was like, oh no, you can't, you're too generous as it is. But he insisted, and I was like, well, fair enough then. And it is Cosmo Gang, the video game. And this one is one that the Nooch 79, was it, Paul? I can never remember your number. He picked this up a while ago and he showed some gameplay in his video, and I thought that looks bloody brilliant. It looked like a Space Invaders title. I've not had a chance to play it yet. I'm dying to get on it, but I've got so much to play at the moment. I'm having trouble trying to, get everything together. But it looks really cool. There you go. Show some screenshots on the back there. But yeah, it's Cosmo the video game, so thank you very much, Craig. I can actually thank you on video now, mate. I really appreciate you doing that for me, dude. It's quality. And also the Nooch as well. Sorry to see you go, mate. I really hope you stick on YouTube, Paul, and chat and comment. I know you're not making videos, which is a real shame, because I do like your videos, mate. But if you ever want to come back and make videos, please do. I'd love to see some more, because you're a quality dude. Right, okay, so the only other thing I've got to show you now is my American Super Nintendo games that I've picked up over the last 3 months. Normally, obviously, I would do individual videos for these, so what I'll do is I'll show them in this video and then I'll do individual gameplays for them. I think that's the best way to go about it. Right, okay, let's have a look. So I picked up a couple, like you do. First one I got is one I've been after for bloody ages, and I've just been really picky with this game. It's dirt cheap, it's always getting listed, but the condition was the thing for me. I had to get it in good condition, and a lot of the time it was battered, but I finally got one for about, I think it's $20, I think. It might have been 25, I'm not too sure. It wasn't expensive. It is Cool Spot, so it's nothing amazing, but I really like this game. It's a nice little platformer, the old 7-Up mascot. So there you go, absolutely superb. So I'll do gameplays of these games anyway separately. I haven't got a clue what I'm up to now either. I'm gonna have to check that. I think the last one I put on YouTube was 106, so that would make it 107, but I really can't remember, so I'll have to check that. Next one I got this Cool Spot and this one at the same time. Alex Blutonic78, top bloke that he is, he helped me out with this. He got both of these games for me from American sellers and sent them over to me, so thank you, Alex. I haven't had a chance to thank you on video, so cheers. It is German Caveman Ninja. Now I've got the sequel already, so I really wanted to get this one. Although technically, apparently the sequel isn't the sequel. Mr. Netbreaker was telling me, I think if I'm right, number 2 in America, which is Lost in the Tropics, is actually number 3. It's all a little confusing, because there's another one which I think is called Congo's Caper or something, which was released in Japan, so I need to get that one as well. This is brilliant. I don't think it's as good as the second one, the Tropics one, or the third one, whichever way you want to look at it. But yeah, it's a cool game, very cool. That's how I do gameplay, and you'll be able to see it anyway. Next one I picked up, I was really chuffed to see this. It came up for a really good price, and annoying as hell this is, because again, it's a situation where the game comes up. I've only seen a couple of box copies getting listed every now and again. It's not rare or anything, but it just doesn't get listed that often. This came up a really good price, so I went, screw that, I'm buying it because it's in really nice condition. And now, in the last couple of weeks since I got it, it seems to be getting listed pretty regularly. So annoying. It happens every time. I haven't even made a video till now either, so it's not like they've seen me do it on YouTube. They're going, oh look, that game's popular, let's flog it for high prices. Anyway, it is Turtles Tournament Fighters, in absolutely spanking condition. This game is hard, man. I've never been able to play this game properly. I find it really difficult. It's one of them games like Mortal Kombat, where you play it and the computer does not give you like a second to learn any moves. And because I'm used to Street Fighter and I'm not used to other fighters, I just get my ass handed to me, and the computer just beats you down, and you're like, for Christ's sake, give me a minute to learn something. I think I was using Donatello as the one, and Leonardo, I seem to do quite well with them. Raph and Mikey, I can't play with them at all, and it's a shame because Mikey's my favourite, but I just get my arse handed. It's not good. Quality game though. It looks really nice graphics on that one. Okay, so the last game I picked up recently, guys, and this is a brilliant game. I'm really happy to have got this one, and I know what I should have done before. Come on here. Sorry, Tom. I forgot to check what your bloody numbers were on your YouTube name. Really awesome YouTuber, Tom. He goes by the name on YouTube of TB and a load of numbers, which I can't remember the bloody name of. So I will put links down below for people of people have spoken about on here as well, so you can check out their channels because they're all absolutely superb people. Yeah, Tom is such a nice bloke. Really one of the nicest guys on YouTube I've met, and I've known Tom for quite a while now. We've been friends for quite a while on here. He's got an absolutely amazing collection. I mean, my God, that dude has got a massive collection, and he picks up some absolutely superb deals. And we got talking. He was showing his Super Nintendo collection recently. Well, it's probably a while ago now. And when I watched the video, I was so impressed with it, and I was talking to him about it. And I think I mentioned in the comments about a particular game I've been trying to get for ages, and I just didn't think I was going to get it due to the pricing on eBay. And he said to me, he happened to say to me, like, if I ever come to sell it, you know, I'll let you know. And I was like, great. And I was like, you know, just said to him, like, well, you know, what kind of price you're looking for, and asked him what the condition was. He sent me a video, private video, showing me the condition. I was like, that's fantastic. And he's such a nice bloke, he decided to sell it to me. It's one of 2 copies that he has, apparently. So I was really, really chuffed for this, and he did me a great deal. So thank you very much, Tom. Really appreciate it. And it is Doom Troopers. I am really, really chuffed to have this in my collection. I've been wanting this for so long. It's in absolutely lovely condition as well. Really nice. And it's a cracking game. I was playing it today. It's like Contra, basically, with like digitised characters. It's really cool. Yeah. The artwork's pretty damn sweet on the front as well there. Nice. Yeah, it's a quality title, so I'm looking forward to doing a gameplay and showing you what this is like, because it's really, really fun. Yeah, so that's all I've picked up, guys. Just a couple of things, like you do. But that is like about 3 months worth of stuff, so I mean, yeah, it's quite a lot really. It's quite a long time. But yeah, it feels good to be making videos, it feels good to be back. It's great, so yeah. Really looking forward to seeing your comments down below. I'm sorry I haven't been on here for a while. You know, apologies for that. As I say, thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you to my subscribers that have stuck by me as well and have waited for a new video. I really appreciate you doing that, guys, as always. And yeah, I'll be making more videos as I go along. I'm not going to make any promises about when the videos are going to come up. I'm aiming to hopefully put up a video a week. That's what I want to do, at least 1 video a week if I can. If not, it'd be a video every 2 weeks. But I don't want to leave a long period of time between videos now. I want to try and keep them regular or semi-regular. I want to make sure that you've got some content. It's only fair. I've got a lot of subscribers now, and it's only fair that you guys who have taken the time to watch my videos and to support my channel, you know, that I actually make the effort and put videos out there for you. So thank you very much for watching my videos. Thank you for liking my videos, for commenting on my videos if you're somebody that comments. Yeah, thank you everybody, you're absolutely awesome. And yeah, I'll be back shortly with some gameplays, guys, so I'll see you then.